Stay with us. Hi, everyone. I'm John Tesh.
And I'm Mary Hart. Last November, a new colorized version of the black and white film classic Miracle on 34th Street was shown on television, and the ratings were higher than those recorded by the black and white version in previous years. The die was cast, the race was on to colorize more classics. But today, the Directors Guild of America filed a brief with the Copyright Office contending computer coloring of vintage films, and we quote, puts at risk unique American cultural heritage, end quote. Our film historian Leonard Maltin has his own thoughts on the whole affair.
The world is black, the world is white.
Oh, hi. I'm just coloring in this Ansel Adams photograph. It's really going to look good when I'm finished with it. What's that? You say it's a work of art? I should leave it alone? Well, that's how I feel about them coloring in old black and white movies. And apparently, I'm not the only one.
When I heard about this, I just couldn't imagine why they would do this. I just felt that the color wasn't needed. The color, because of the scenes, because of the way the picture was shot, the intimate way the picture was shot, the color wasn't needed.
Black and white movies are a distinct and separate art form from color movies. They're lit differently, they're shot differently. It's no accident that most of the great movie stars came from black and white movies, because black and white movies, you look at people's faces. Color movies, you look at the drapes.
You may think the recolored films look good, but that's not the point as far as the Directors Guild of America or the American Film Institute are concerned.
The issue for the board was on artistic grounds, that the artistic intent of filmmakers ought to be respected.
If you want to color films by directors who are still alive, if directors give the consent, fine. If he doesn't, don't do it.
John Huston is still alive, and his black and white classic, The Maltese Falcon, is now being colored by Color Systems technology. How does he feel about it?
I think it's a desecration. It's an absurdity. It's a demonstration of the will to corrupt the taste of the multitude.
If the multitudes only see these pastel colors, they'll never know the power of the Maltese Falcon's ominous black and white images. Well, there must be another side to this story.
Nobody is buying black and white. It's a simple, you know, it's the demand of the marketplace. By putting them in color, these films will find a new audience.
That's a nice sentiment, but so far, most of the films being colored are the ones that already have a big audience in black and white. Other arguments? Young people won't watch black and white.
It's a lonely old night.
That's nonsense. What about all those striking music videos? If you don't like the color, you can turn it off. Well, that's true on most TV sets, but are people really going to bother? I wonder, especially when the films are being broadcast in color. Finally, the filmmakers would have made these pictures in color if they just had the choice. That's simply not true. Color has been around since the mid-1930s, but it was used sparingly. Black and white was often preferred by master cameramen like the late Joseph Walker on It's a Wonderful Life.
He was devoted to his job, and especially devoted to making the black and white mean something.
So why would anyone want to turn these great-looking films into color? Simple, to make money. Color films sell better than black and white. But the final verdict is going to be up to you and the audience. Because if people don't watch these recolored films or rent them on videotape, no one's going to make them anymore. You know what I think? People have loved great-looking films like Casablanca just the way they are for more than 40 years. I don't think they're going to love them anymore in color. I'm Leonard Maltin, Entertainment Tonight.
I agree with John Huston. I think desecration is a good word.
Well, Jimmy Stewart said it. They were made to be black and white. They don't need, but the bottom line is more bucks being made by somebody.
Mm-hmm. Because it has to leave you with something that you have to make up your own mind about.
Not a color. I know you're against the colorization of movies. It was just in USA Today in the paper.
Yeah.
You really prefer black and white. You think...
Well, I prefer black and white movies to be in black and white. I think color movies should be in color. I think black and white is a choice, and it's legitimate.
Well, I want to show you that I appreciate you, and I appreciate what you do, and I want to show you what we're going to do. You agree to black and white. I like color. So what we're going to do is we're going to do something. Now watch them on. I'll show you what we're going to do just for you.
Okay.
See? So that
Now you know.
you'll see.
Now look at
I
that.
like
now
that.
that's
Yeah.
interesting.
Now I want
Can
you to
we have
back.
it back?
See? And now here's me.
Yeah.
I'm
No,
moving
no, no,
back.
no, no,
No,
no.
this is it. That's it. We're coming back. That's it. Up and down.